Blessings to you again. Welcome to day 2 on roofing. Amen. Come on in. Come on in. Let's talk for a few moments. Come on out. Watch. Give me some pointers if you have some. This is day 2. It was supposed to rain today, but it rained for a little while, but then that was it. But anyway, so this is day 2. I'm out here finna work, get on the roof. Yesterday I put all the boards up there, as you can see. Well, most of them anyway, outside of 4 boards I didn't put up yet, which is for the front. But right now, I'm fixing to screw these boards down. And as you can see, for the roof, I'm using a 1/2 inch OSB, but I'm using Tech Shield. As you can see, I'm using Tech Shield right there. God bless you. Come on in. And what this project is all about, is really about, there's a lot of religions out there. And don't get me wrong. I've learned something from a lot of them. And most of them is about freeing you spiritually, for the most part. Some of them are demonically influenced, but again, that's not my thing here. My thing here is, oh snap! All right, that wind is blowing hard. My thing is that if your spirituality is not setting you free from the Babylonian mindset, and what I mean by Babylonian mindset is that you go to work. All right, first you go to school. You learn their language. You learn their monetary system. Their economical system. You learn their history, but nothing they're teaching you is to actually free you from Babylon. Actually, everything that they're teaching you is so that you can continue to stay in the circle, to make sure that Babylon, each child that they send to school, it's about creating another entity or another force that will hold up the Babylonian principles. And that's all we know. So if your religion doesn't have a way to actually free you from the Babylonian logic, from the Babylonian principles, then what good is that religion? What good is that religion when every day you have to worry about your kids at school? Every day you have to worry about this next disease, worry about what they put in the food, worrying about what they put in the clothes, worrying about what they putting in the air. Every day you got to wake up. Some people got to wake up, and work 60 hours a week, some 70 hours a week for years, just so that they can afford what the Babylonian system says that is wealth. And to me, if you got their education, then I understand. it. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Because again, as long as you got the Babylonian education, you could never really be free. You could never really be free. Even I'm building this cabin right now, in this house right now. In reality, you know, I'm building it according to a system that works. Now, don't get me wrong. When you look deep off into Babylon, there are some things that are in Babylon that Babylon teaches or they hide that they got from different cultures. Even the monetary system to a degree came from a different culture, you know, but they adopted it and they got us caught up in it. You know, let's say some prophet somewhere prays over you and say, I see God giving you a house. Next thing you know, you got a house. And what you fail to realize is that, yeah, you got a house, but that's your prison as well. You got a house, but it also becomes your prison as well. You got a house, but it becomes your prison. So for the next 30 years of your life, 20 years, you have to go to work. You have to pay that mortgage. You have to. That house is not even yours. That's the deepest part about it. That is the deepest part about it. But because of our Babylonian education, under Babylonian logic, most of y'all, when y'all see them holding up them signs and talking about congratulations, you a homeowner, that's a maximum. It's not a maximum security unit, you know. But again, it's a prison. Now, some of us living in neighborhoods or prisons, you know, where the rules are not that bad or not that strenuous. But for the next 30 years, you gave yourself a 30-year sentence. It's the moment you sign that paper. The moment you sign that paper, you gave yourself a 30-year sentence for something that you don't really have control. If you wanted to repaint your house and you say, I want to repaint it this color, trust me, you got to go see the warden. And you got to ask the warden. And you got to look through the bylaws and see if I can paint my house this color. And in reality, you probably can't. If you wanted to put a garden in your yard, you got to go ask the warden. I'm talking about a real garden. I'm talking about where you're growing vegetables, edibles, herbs, things that's going to sustain you. So again, my thing here is, and I know a lot of people may say, oh, you trying to start a cult, or, oh, maybe you trying to start this. In your mind, that's understandable. I can understand. If I had a Babylonian mindset too, I would say that this is a cult. But you got to think about all these apartment complexes, all these gated communities. Are they cults? I mean, I don't get it. Soon as a man of God, soon as an apostle says, you know what? I want to take you out of Babylon for a year. I want you to take your resources and send them back to the country and send them back to the land. Listen, every nationality does it. And that's the deepest part about it. Every nationality does it. But soon as we, as men and women of God, you have an actual apostle that says, you know what? Here's the plan of God. Here is the plan of God for us. Now all of a sudden we reject it. Now all of a sudden we reject it. But soon as you drive down the street, but soon as you drive down the neighborhood and they got a gated community and they got a name up there, you gladly accept that. How do you gladly accept that? And you won't gladly accept what the apostle is doing. See, I'm trying to free you. Whereas when you drive around those gated communities, they're not trying to free you. They're not trying to free you at all. So for the next 30 years, you are putting money. And after the 30 years, you may own that house, and that's it. You can't do nothing else to it. and you can't do nothing with it. But see, what we're doing here, I mean, and again, you could believe it or you don't have to believe it. But again, you know, I have a vision from God, and my requirements from God are God's requirements. You know, is that here you're not going to really once you invest enough money, you're not going to need any money anymore. And why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why? Because we're gonna you go to the store, you go buy chicken. We got our own chickens. You go to the store and buy beef. We got our own beef. You go to the store and you buy steaks. You go to the store, we got our own steaks. You go to the store and go buy pork. We got our own pigs. I'm trying to get you somewhere where if you decide that you don't want to go to work for the next 5 days, you know, for the next 5 days, you won't have to. If you know, cause why? Because we are eliminating this first structure here. It's for the woman of God. You know, she gonna be free. She's gonna be totally free. Now, the initial investment, you gotta work, just like anything. But I'm a firm believer that if you get your income taxes, this should be easy. Easy. We blow our income tax every year. If you got 2-3 kids, let me tell you something. If you got 2-3 kids and you haven't worked all year long, guess what? You still can get about $8,000 to $10,000 if you got 3 kids. And that's all it's gonna take. This is a 16 by 32. In 2 years' time, she gonna be free. But she gonna have, for 2 years' time, she gonna have to work. But in 2 years, imagine 2 years up against 30 years. 2 years up against 20 years. In 2 years' time, she can retire. She own a house. And the jobs that they got now, you could drive your car and make $1,000 a month. You could drive your car and make $1,000 a month. You could drive your car and make more than $1,000 a month. Why? Why? Because now you're in a community, a real one. Not these gated communities where you can't grow nothing, you can't change your house. You know, no community going out and chilling with each and everybody. We got that whole area over there. That whole area. And I plan on with these hands. You know, I wouldn't take, you know, with the style of work that I do, with the line of work that I do, I wouldn't take their vaccination. So I wouldn't take their drugs. I'm gonna say that. I wouldn't take their drugs. So I'm out of there. You know, I wouldn't take their drugs, so I'm out of there. But I'm gonna dedicate to building the plan that God gave me, just like He gave David a plan to build the house, just like He gave Solomon the plan to build the house. I got the plan to build the house. Now, are there gonna be people that's gonna decide, you know what? I'm gonna invest because I see the vision. All these gated communities belong to the devil, all of them. You won't find no community like this. And if you do find these kind of communities, guess what the world teaches you that these kind of communities are? These kind of communities are cults. Go do some real study. Go do some real study, man. That's why, for me, to be educated is to be dumbed down. To be educated is to be dumbed down. But to be informed, that's a whole different subject. This is birthed out of revelation. This is birthed out of a different context, a different mindset. It's not going to be easy. For the first year, it's not going to be easy because you got to wean yourself off of the Babylonian mindset. You got to wean yourself off the Babylonian style. You got to wean yourself off of it. But this is the first of many. And I'm building this with my own hands. You know, I just pray right now, income tax season. You know, it's income tax season, man. Man, some of y'all with kids, you can get about $8,000 to $10,000, man. This is a 16 by 32, yo. You know, and you could listen. If you want to build you a hot tub in that sucker, it could be done. It could be done. But the problem is that you don't have authentic leaders. You don't have authentic leaders. These churches been having a building fund for the last 20 years. The church been up 100 years, and they've been having a building fund for the last 100 years. What were they building? This is what we're building. I'm gonna be as authentic as possible, as I can. You know, I've had help building this one, but I haven't had much help building it. I started off, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you really look at this, now some contractor, you know, may come through here and may say, oh, this may be wrong, that may be wrong. They may come through here. But back in Louisiana, back in the country, they built houses with no contractors. They built houses with no paperwork. They built houses, and those houses are still standing. Still standing. You building houses on tires. They still standing. The thing about it, it is freedom. This is freedom. This ain't just a house. This is freedom. This ain't just a house. This is freedom. When the economy crashes and you worried about how you're going to pay your rent, whoever living in this hill, the woman of God, the prophet is living in this hill, she ain't going to have to worry about a dang thing. When the system crashes, she ain't going to have to worry about a dang on thing. And you see that silver? That silver? The Most High gave us that. A barrier. A barrier. A barrier. The Most High gave us that. Listen, wood going up. Think about this for a moment. If I would have built this 6 months ago, it would have costed me $3,000. I'm telling you, 16 by 32. If I'd have built this 6 months ago, it only costed me $3,000. Imagine that. Imagine. 16 by 32. It'll only costed me $3,000. You know what I'm saying? For the wood. Now all the other stuff, that's a different thing. 3K. Now it's costing 6K. Now it's costing 6K to build this. But this is freedom. This is not a house. This is freedom. This is not a house. This ain't a house. This is freedom. Freedom. You don't never have to pay rent ever again. Never. Imagine. Never. And you say, you know what? I want something bigger than 16 by 32. You know, you say, you know what? I want something 24 by 48. And you drop the 10K for it. You know, or whatever it costs for the supplies. That's your future. That's freedom. But yet Babylon keep putting these images before our eyes. Babylon keep putting these images before our eyes. Babylon keep putting these images before our eyes. A $300,000 house. A $500,000 house. A $150,000 house. Let me tell you something. I looked at the paperwork on the 16 by 32. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. I'm each and every last one of you that are here. Go look up. Just framework for a 16 by 32. See what companies are charging. We looked it up. And they charging 16 by 32. How much they charging? They charging $15,000 to $16,000. $15,000. $15,000 they charging for this. Look, $15,000. Look at it. This is freedom. This is not a house. We're not building houses on this property. We're building freedom. We're not building houses. We're building freedom. This is freedom. And guess what the next step once this go up? Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. The next step is going to be what? It's going to be electricity. The next step is going to be electricity. Where we're going to get the electricity from? The sun. The sun. We're going to get the electricity from the sun. The sun. This is freedom. This is freedom. But Babylon going to continue. Man, it's deep, man. A pastor, apostle, a prophet told me go drive through a neighborhood and go look at these $1 million houses and then go pray to God that, you know, that God give me one of these $1 million houses. Trap. I thought about it for a moment, y'all. It's good when they say that. It's good when they say that. Man, you shout, you dance, you drive through the neighborhoods, you like, God, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. It's a trap. It's a prison system. Because again, once that demon gets you the house, not every month you got to pay. And then as soon as the economy, now your job can treat you like beep. Why? Because you driving a nice car that you got to pay $800 a month. Why? Because now you got to pay for the car and you got to pay for the insurance. And you say, well, I got a good job. Yeah, you got a good job. You're never home. You got a good job. Yeah, but you're never home. You can't even watch your kids grow. You got to send them off to go get educated. You got to send them off somewhere. But imagine building this thing. Right now is the time. Right now is the time. I'm talking to each and every last one of you. Right now is the time. When all I keep thinking about, all I keep hearing is Noah, Noah, Noah. Even Jesus Christ said it out of his mouth. Jesus Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, said it out of his own mouth. He said the only sign that there's going to be is Noah. Like it's going to be like the days of Noah. And I keep hearing Noah, and I keep hearing Noah. When God told me, when God used the other woman of God to lead us to this, you know, it was amazing. You know, people thought I was just going to open up a church and we just was going to clap, shout, dance, and pass out. If the Holy Spirit, if that's all the Holy Spirit make you do is clap, shout, dance, and pass out, you got a problem. You got a problem. You got a big problem. Listen, we've been walking around here blinded, man. Blinded in real life. You know, God gave me this project, and I thank the prophetess that's on here now, that they realize that this not a man thing, but this is a God thing. And many of the believers that has been with God through this ministry, again, you with God, but you're serving God, but God chose for you to serve him through this ministry. I don't think people get that idea. You're not serving a man. You're serving God. God said, okay, I want you to serve me through that ministry. The way that you would treat me, the way that you would honor me. Do it through that ministry. When you look at 1 John tells us, how can you say you love God, who you've never, ever saw, ever in your life, but you cannot love your brother, who you can see each and every day. You can see me each and every day. You can see me each and every day. Each and every day. Every day you can see me. You can't see God. God is invisible. And I'm being honest. I'm not selling you no lie. I'm not trying to sell you no invisible God. The moment I make God invisible is the moment I can cheat you. You may not really get what I just said. You may not really get what I just said. The moment that I make God, sell an invisible God to you, that's the moment I can cheat you. If I can't be the visible image of the Most High, of this Creator, and allow you to see God through me, then I'm cheating you. Then I'm cheating you. But again, this division. I got my brother here today. Look, come on, get on the camera. Look. I got my brother here today. I had the prophetess yesterday. I had to let her go. I fired her the same day.
What's up, good people? It's the Honorable Brother Joe.
Hey, she picked up she helped me with what? With 3 boys. I couldn't let her do it no more. That's just me. I understand how heavy them boards are. And so a woman body can't do what a man body do. So look at the muscle. They 2 times bigger than mine.
Yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready to take on the champ. Yeah.
YBM, your tail should be out here if you ain't at work.
How y'all doing, good people? About to get it on.
But like I say, this is freedom. This ain't a house. Y'all think with y'all natural eyes, y'all think I'm building a house. Now, I'm building her freedom. I'm building her freedom.
That's a good word.
Freedom. This is freedom. That's all this is freedom.
already had it prepared. If you would have ceased to desist, right? Violation. The stamp stapled it on the front of the door, the front of the building, and gave a citation to comply to go get a permit. There wouldn't have been no question. That's like a police come and say, "Did you talk to him?" You say, "Hell, no, they ain't got no money."
It's law. It's law. What's law? That's why I was trying to protect you. But
Yeah, I had them saying fire department at
Yeah.
me, the health department at me, everything.
Environmental law. That's deep. Single black homesteaders in preference to that they live here now.
Which one?
Single,
That's the one I was looking for.
single black.
I got out of there because they were talking about these what you call your religious views. I said, saying a court order. It says warrant. Brother, you don't supposed to judge this. Well,
right, blessings to you all. Appreciate y'all watching.